Welcome to this full body yoga practice with me. My name's Jess, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a nice yoga flow that's going to be covering all bases. We're going to be working on strength, balance, flexibility for the whole body. So it's a really great routine that you can incorporate into your regular movement practice. So when you're ready, we're going to be starting on our knees. Roll out your mats and I'll see you there. So coming to the back of the mat today, if your knees are not comfortable for you to sit on them, take an easy seat instead. It is up to you. Or option to take a block or anything like that and just pop it under your hips. Underneath my hips, just by my feet, and it just gives me a little extra support whilst I'm on my knees. So take your time, get yourself comfortable, rest your hands on your thighs when you get into your comfortable seat, or into your knees. Close your eyes, sit up tall as always, or soften your gaze if you prefer. The UK has again been blessed with another beautiful day, so I'm lucky enough to be back out in the garden for this practice. Who knows how long it'll last, so we make the most of it. Hope wherever you are, the sun is shining. Let's slowly start to deepen our breath. Inhaling nice long breaths through your nose. Slow and steady releasing out through your nose or mouth. Take a second to tune in. Take a quick full body scan. How are you feeling today? Check in with yourself. Maybe set yourself an intention for this practice or for the day ahead. Relax your shoulders. Slowly, when you're ready, drop your right ear to the top of your right shoulder. Nice neck stretch down the left-hand side. Big breath in. Exhale, roll down, roll your forehead down, chin to chest, coming to the other side, left ear over left shoulder. Nice breath in here. Exhale, rolling back to the right, moving with your breath. Take a few more on your own. Slowly, when you're ready, taking your chin to chest, feel that gentle stretch down the back. Option to take your fingertips behind the back of your head. Very, very gently we press, finding a little stretch down the back of the neck. Release your fingertips and lift your chin all the way. Nice throat stretch. Take your gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, bring your head back to neutral position. Slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Big breath in. Exhale, walk your hands down to the mat, keeping in your kneeling position. Just bring your hands down onto the mat. Spread your fingertips nice and wide, shoulder width apart. Inhale, lift your chest, look forward, thinking about going into our cow pose. So pushing your chest forward, finding that arch through your spine as you look forward. Big breath in. As you exhale, think cat pose as we round through, pressing up, press your hands into the mat, round your spine, tuck your chin. Moving with your breath. Inhale to lift and lengthen, cow pose. Exhale, press through to your cat. Inhale to lift your chest, look forward. And exhale. One more. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale. Pressing away. Coming up onto your hands and knees. So if you had a block underneath your hips, you can move that out of the way for now. So tabletop position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just going to find a few circles here, warming up the wrists. So rolling through one way and then the other. A few breaths here, moving on your own. Option to take your hips all the way back. Remember to reverse the circle, so go both ways. And then when you're ready, walk your hands forward, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Pressing down through one heel and then the other. Finding a little bit of movement here. Coming back to your breath. And let's just find stillness in our dog for a moment. Take your feet hip width apart, knees slightly bent. Big breath in through your nose. And exhale. Release fully and completely. Nice. On your next inhale, press your left heel into the earth and lift your right leg. Right leg lifts. Three-legged dog on the right-hand side. Inhale, lift that right heel slightly higher. Squeeze your right glute. As you exhale, we're going to bend our right knee and squeeze it in towards your chest, coming into your plank pose. Keep that knee pulled in. As you exhale, right foot comes to the left-hand side, and then we open out to our fallen star. Chest lift, left hand lifts. Press your hips up to the sky. Option to take your gaze up to fallen star. Big breath in. Exhale, lower your hips so you're in this seated, wide-legged position. Inhale, lift your hands all the way up. Exhale, lean your torso forward, straddle fold. Keep your feet flexed. Inhale here and exhale. Let's hold here. Inhale, we come all the way back up to our seat. Right hand plants, hips lift back into your fallen star. And then release your left hand back down. We come back to our plank pose. Plank pose. Exhale, lowering down all the way to the belly. Pressing your hands into the mat, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead comes back to the mat. Pressing back up to a tabletop position. And then walk your hands forward, curl your toes under, head back to downward dog. Doing the same on the other side. Press your right heel into the earth as your left lifts. Three-legged dog on the left-hand side. Big inhale as you lift that left heel, squeeze your left glute. Exhale, bend your left knee and squeeze it in towards your chest. And then send your left foot out to the right-hand side as we spiral our chest open. Fallen star on the left-hand side. Lift your hips, reach your right hand up. Spread your fingertips nice and wide here. Find length. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hips down into this straddle seated position. Inhale, both hands lift. Exhale, lean your torso forward, rolling forwards on the sits bones and hinging forwards at the hips. Just reach your fingertips forward. Inhale. Exhale. Gaze straight down on the mat. Inhale one last time. And as you exhale, coming all the way back up, lift your torso. Left hand comes back down as we press into the mat. Lift your hips back to your fallen star. Exhale, right hand comes back down. We bring our left foot to meet the right, plank pose. Coming into your plank pose. Option to stay in your high plank or lower your knees for low plank. 'Tis up to you. Everybody take a breath in. Exhale, lowering all the way to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra, keeping it low. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Pressing back up to our tabletop position and lifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog, back to your downward dog. Take a cycle of breath here. Inhale and exhale, fully and completely. Nice breath in, right leg lifts, three-legged dog on the right-hand side. Exhale, bring that right knee in. Let's find our fallen star. Send your right foot out to the left-hand side. Spiral your chest open, back to our fallen star. Inhale to lift your hips. Find length with that left hand. Squeeze your hips up. Reach your fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Squeeze that right knee back in towards your chest and step it forward. Pivot on the back foot. We lift all the way up. Warrior one. Lift your left hand. Lift your left hand, lift both hands all the way up. Warrior one, bend into that right knee generously. Find that slight angle with the back foot. Hips are square with the front of the mat. Inhale, lift, find length. Exhale. We hold here. Inhale to lift. Take your gaze up to the sky if you like. And as we exhale, we're going to straighten our front knee. Turn our torso to the left-hand side. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and lean your torso back for Sky Archer pose. Option to lift your right toes and come up onto the right heel. Take your gaze up, Sky Archer. Inhale. Exhale. Let's hold here for a breath. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, lower your right toes. Keep both feet straight. We're going to release our hands back down, take them to your hips. Square your hips back to the front of the mat. And just jump your back foot in. We're heading into our pyramid pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lean your torso forward, keeping it parallel to the ground. Pull back your right hip crease, pyramid pose. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Big breath in. Exhale. Release. One more breath. As you exhale, options to take your fingertips down to the mat here. As you exhale, lift your back heel, so your left heel, lift it all the way up. Keep your right fingertips on the ground and very slowly we lift our back heel all the way up, opening out into our half moon pose. Left hand lift, stacking onto the right hip here. Turn to face the left side of your mat, flex your left foot, half moon pose. If you need an additional block underneath your right hand, go ahead and do that now. Everybody take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Find your drishti. Let's hold here for another breath. Inhale. And breathe out. One more breath in your own time. As you exhale, bend your right knee. We're going to slowly come back, plank pose. Place both hands on the mat, send your right foot back to meet the left. Plank pose or half plank, lower your knees. 'Tis up to you. Everybody take a breath in your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, rolling forwards on the toes. We lower, elbows are squeezing into the side body as we head into our low plank. Inhale, lifting to upward facing dog or cobra, you choose. Heading into downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, release. Left heel lifts when you're ready. Press your right heel into the earth as you lift your left foot all the way up. Squeeze your right glute, lift that heel. As you exhale, we're going to bring that knee in towards our chest and send it to the right-hand side. Once again, find your fallen star. Spiral your chest open, reach your fingertips up, lift your hips. Big breath in. Exhale. Let's hold here for a breath. Squeeze your hips all the way up. And as you exhale, bring your right knee back in, plank pose. Step that left foot forward, pivot on the back foot. We head back into our warrior one, rising all the way up, warrior one, bending into that left knee generously. Keeping the back leg straight, sending your hips to face the front of the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Bend into that left knee generously, press into all four corners of both feet. Inhale to take your gaze up. And exhale to hold here. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten our left knee this time. Let's find our Sky Archer pose. So grab your left wrist with your right hand. Turn your torso to face the right-hand side of your mat this time. Lean your torso back. Option to lift your left toes. Sky Archer. You should feel a generous stretch all down the left-hand side of the back of your arm, your side body. Squeeze and lift, find length. Inhale, exhale. Release, let's hold here. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, lower your toes. Take your hands to your hips. We come into our pyramid pose. So pop the back foot in just slightly. Both feet are facing towards the front of the mat. Roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Lean your torso forward parallel to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, option to take your fingertips down to the mat. Pull that left hip crease back. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly we lift the right heel this time. Keep your left fingertips on the ground. Let's find our half moon pose. Take your time. Stacking onto the left hip this time. We stack our left hip. Flex your right toes. Reach your right fingertips all the way up. Find your drishti. Option to pop a block underneath your left hand if you need that extra length. Wherever you are in your half moon pose, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let's hold. One last breath. Exhale. Release. Both hands plant down on the mat. Step both feet back, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale. Hold here. Option to drop your knees down or keep them lifted. Everybody take one last breath in your plank. As you exhale, let's chaturanga, lowering all the way down. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. And as you exhale, head back to your downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. When you're ready, slowly rippling forward to your plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Nice. From here, we're going to head into our bow pose. So when you're ready, take both hands and grab the back of your feet. So palm of the foot is on the top of the palm of the foot. Palm of your hand is grabbing the tops of your feet. So bend both knees. Take a peek at me if you're not sure. When you're ready, we're going to inhale and lift off. Push your feet into your hands and find length. Lift, take your gaze forwards, bow pose. Everybody inhale. Exhale, release. Keep hold of your feet as you release. Inhale, lift off, bow pose. Exhale, slowly lower. One last time in your bow pose. Inhale, lift off. Squeeze everything into the center. Open your chest. Take one big breath in and one big breath out. We hold. It's challenging. Squeeze everything in. One last breath. Exhale. Release. Release your feet. Release your hands. Make a pillow with your hands. Spread your elbows wide and just relax your head down. Take a breath. Take a quick rest. Lift your torso up. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Hands are facing, forearms are parallel to one another. Fingertips face towards the top of the mat. Let me shimmy down a little bit. Fingers face towards the top of the mat here. Sphinx pose. So lifting up through the chest, draw your shoulder blades together, almost like you're pulling the mat towards you. So really pressing your hands into the mat and lift up. Press your pelvis into the mat, Sphinx pose. If it's a little bit pinchy in the lower back, you can take your feet as wide as your mat. This will allow a little extra space in your lower back. Everybody take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to bend our right knee and bring it all the way into this sort of half frog pose position. Should feel a nice opening in your right hip. Flex your right toes. Everyone take a breath in. Keep that nice lift in your Sphinx. Exhale, we're going to thread our left hand underneath our right and come into this supine twist on our back. So reach your right hand out. Relax your left hand on your right knee. Nice breath in. Exhale, unravel, come back to your Sphinx pose and send your right foot back. Bring your left knee in into your frog pose position, half frog / Sphinx variation. Inhale to lift. Should feel a nice opening in your left hip this time. Exhale, we're going to thread our right hand underneath and come into our supine twist here. So coming onto the back. Keep a hold of that knee. Inhale. Exhale. Hold here for a breath. And as you're ready, we're going to come to lay on our backs. So center yourself on the mat here, on your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest and just wrap your forearms around your shins. Roll gently from side to side. Release. Let's find our happy baby. So feed both hands to the inside of your knees and catch the outside of your feet. Lift them up towards the sky. Pull your knees down in towards your sides. Flex your toes, flex your feet. If you can't quite reach the soles of your feet, then option to hold your ankles or the back of your thighs. If none of this is working for you, then you can just stay knees pulled in towards your chest. Find what feels good for you. Option to find some gentle rocking from side to side. Maybe find some playful movement. You can straighten through one leg and then the other. Or find stillness and just focus on the sound of your breath. As you're ready, slowly we release. Extend your legs out long. Find your Shavasana. Take your feet wide. Palms face up towards the sky. Take up space here. Close your eyes if you haven't already. And come back to your breath, the sound of your breath. And just take a moment, allow the benefits of your practice to sink in here. A few breaths on your own before we close this practice. As you're ready, slowly starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, coming back. Maybe make the movements bigger, wrist movements, some circles, ankle circles. Pull your knees in towards your chest here and slowly come onto one side, any side. And as you're ready, press yourself up to a seat. Keep your eyes closed or soften your gaze. Crossing at the ankles, rest your hands on your knees and sit up nice and tall in the spine. And when you're ready, we'll finish this practice with 3 breaths together. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, blow it all the way to the bottom. Seal your lips and inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. 2 more just like that. Final one. And slowly, slowly we open our eyes. And thank you so much for joining me today for this full body yoga practice. I really hope you enjoyed the flow and it sets you up for a great day. As always, please do remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way, every time I upload a video, you'll be notified and you can practice with me every week. I'd love to have you there with me. Have a wonderful day.